everyone, I've come to do a quick how to make a basic journal. I thought, well, I'm making one for a swap in one of the Facebook groups that I'm in, and it has to be just a plain basic journal, 12 pages in it, one signature. And I thought, why don't I show everyone how to do it? You know, I know I've had people ask me, and I have done tutorials before, but this time I've sort of got everything ready, so we should be able to do it fairly quickly. So I'm going to do an elasticated one rather than stitch the signature in, so that when the person gets the journal, who I swap with, they can decide, you know, whether they want to add more pages, whether they want to take some out, whether they want to remove the pages around. So what we will need is a cover. I'm doing it A5 size, so that's sort of A4 folded in half, and I've cut this piece of an Amazon envelope to size. I've got something to cover it with. I'm going to cover it with this lovely silky but plain fabric, and then I've got something to cover the inside with. I've got two pieces the same, but I thought it's a fairly, you know, plain neutral thing to go inside, so that's for the cover. And then I've got my 12 pages, so I've chosen a graph page, I've got some map paper there. I've got that in upside down, maybe I need it this way up. I've got some canvas paper there, some book page. This is part of a greetings card that you can decorate yourself. We've got music paper, another greetings card. We've got a stamp page, and we've got some plain paper there. I think I might actually swap those two round. Let's put that plain there, and let's put that there. Yeah, that's better. Then we've got more book page, because it makes a nice background to put anything on, doesn't it? I think there's only one page there. It's quite thick, that paper is. And then I've got another graph page, and then in the middle we've got a piece of an art book. Yeah, it's a piece of art paper. So they're my 12 pages. They'll all fit inside the cover, and you know, it doesn't matter about having them lined up or anything, because we're doing it with elastic, so you know, you can move them around after they're bound. Well, not bound, but after they're elasticated into the book. So they all fit in there nicely. So let's do the cover first. So you will need your cover, your fabric to cover the outside with, and I'm going to use the inside of the card for the outside of the book, because it's there's no writing or anything on it. And then for the inside, I'm going to use this, and I'm going to use like one piece there and one piece the other side. So you'll need card for the inside, you'll need fabric for the outside, or you could use card again, or you might have a book cover already that you could just, you know, just use the book cover as it is. So we're going to glue this card onto the fabric. Make sure your fabric's the right way round, and start gluing basically. So I'm going to use this glue. This is one of my favourite glue sticks. It's a Scotch one. I got it on Amazon, and yeah, I'm going to use that for the outside of the cover. So I'm going to just cover it with this. It's good. You can move it around once you've got it on. It's nice and smooth. It doesn't bleed through the fabric. You know, you don't get wet patches through the fabric, which I hate. I hate to see that, and it spoils a journal, I think. So we're doing it with this Scotch glue stick. It does use a lot, but it is good. It does stay on, goes on nicely. It's nice and smooth. Yeah, so that's how I like to do the outside anyway. So that's that. Make sure you've got around all the corners and everything, and then what we'll do is stick it onto the fabric, leaving a little margin all the way round, and then just stick it down. You can see it sticks on there nicely. And then the next thing we're going to do is fold the fabric over like this and glue it down, but for that I'm using a different glue. I'm using this, it is this glue that I've got on Amazon. It's Kalal all-purpose glue, and it's pretty good. It'll stick fabrics and everything. So and it is nice and strong as well. I do like that glue, and I've put it in my little dispenser here, which is caked up with it. I'll have to clean that off there, won't I? So yeah, I'm going to just trim the corners a little bit. Not too near there though, just sort of trim the corner off like this. Let's see, alright, let's move it a bit further in. That's better. Yeah, just trim the corners off, but not right to the cardboard, otherwise you'll have your cardboard sticking through. And then this one. And then we're going to go with our glue. We'll start at the top and just, you don't need too much glue, but you do need to have it right to the edge so that and we want it to be as flat as possible really. So we're just doing this top edge at the moment, and spread your glue out, because this glue it sticks really well. And it will leak through the fabric, this one will. So you don't want it leaking through onto the front of your cover. So yeah, and then pull it down tight. And you see that's stuck really well, and it's stuck really quickly. So then we'll go to the bottom, check it's all nice and flat there, which it is. So then onto the bottom, we're just doing the bottom bit. Remember, not too much glue, but make sure you get it on the edge. Yeah, you don't need a lot of this glue. It's brilliant. I love it. It's my new favourite glue. I was using double-sided tape a lot, but I've stopped using it. I prefer the glue. It sticks nice and quickly. You know, you do fiddle about with the double-sided tape, don't you? But you don't have to fiddle about with that. The only thing is, like I say, it will come through the fabric, but we're going to cover that anyway, so we'll be okay. And then the ends, that one I can just trim down a little bit more. It's just a little bit wider at the bottom there. I'm trying to cut out any bulk that we've got. We don't need any bulk. You can see that that's nice, and let's fold it in half. Make sure we can fold it nicely. It is lovely fabric. I'll have to look out for some more of that. I don't know where well, I got it from a charity shop, but I don't know originally whether it was a curtain or what it was, but I'm running out of it now, and I could do with some more. I used it on Renee's journal that I sent to Australia as well, and it made a lovely background for a pastel lace journal. It was. Oh, loved that journal so much. I really enjoyed making it. Renee was really pleased with it, which absolutely makes my heart sing. It really does make me so happy, and I'm so delighted that she loved it. So yeah, and then the lovely Gaynor, my lovely friend Gaynor, she has requested another journal. So the next journal I do is going to be for the lovely Gaynor. Let's get that in there like that, flat as we can. It does stick fairly quickly as well. That's what I like about it. Yeah, see, that's nice and stuck now, apart from this end where I put extra glue on because it had a little bit sticking out. So make sure you have a wet wipe ready, because you don't want the glue going onto the cover. Like I say, it will go through the cover if you're not careful. So through the fabric on the cover. So next we're going to do this end. I think it's okay. So again, with the glue, spread it out as you do it. Make sure you do the edge well. We just don't want it to be sticking up and creasing and, you know, being all bulky underneath the card that we're going to stick on. My favourite part of making a journal is the decorating it. I love decorating, you know, doing the decorating, and I don't sort of plan it as such. I'll gather elements to go in it, and I sort of do it as I go along. I don't sort of think, oh, well, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. And I sort of do each page as I come to it, as I think, oh, yeah, well, that'll look nice on there, and let's have this, you know, here for a change and things like that. So, yeah, I like to do it as I go, and I find it quite relaxing, therapeutic. You know, it really is nice to do it as you go. I find it so relaxing, and I've had a lot of my friends say they enjoy watching me do it. They find that quite relaxing, so that's good as well. Right, so we've nearly got it. I'm just holding this glue down because it's not stuck very well. It's all over my fingers now as well. Right, that's stuck now, I think. We'll just, any bits that are sticking over like that, just snip them off. We don't need that bit sticking out like that just there. I want it nice and flat. There we go. We're all right that end. Let's have a look here. This has picked something up along the way. We'll have a little snip off there as well, I think. Yeah, this is not sticking down very well. It's so sticky though, this glue is. Yeah, make sure you've got a wipe handy, because if you're like me, you'll be covered in it, because I'm really not very, you know, I don't do it delicately at all. I just go in there and whop it on. Yeah. So that is the outside of the cover done. Just pop my thing back in my glue. This is actually a thinner nozzle for the glue, and all I've done is turned it upside down. Instead of putting it on, I turn it upside down and use it as a plug for the glue bottle. So the next thing we're going to do is the inside of the cover. You can see that that's all done, nicely lined up and ready for the signatures to go in, or signature in this case. We're just having the one. So first of all, we'll pop on our card. I mean, that's lovely material, lovely, but it's a bit, it sort of takes away what you can put on it, really, doesn't it? You can't really put a lot on there. It's a bit too I'll just trim that bit off there as well. That's it, yeah. So, yeah, unfortunately it's not wide enough to cover the whole thing, so we're going to go like this, and what I'll do is I'll pop it on like that, and then I can turn it over. I do want it to come right down to the bottom there. I want it to be, is that right? Let's just check, yeah. And then I can draw a line. Make sure you don't get pen on your thing there, and I need to cut inside that line. I can see that, but on the other side I have got these so I'm here, so I'm going to cut it about there, I think. Right. Maybe there. Right, so I'm going to cut that across there like that. I could have drawn on this side with the pencil and then erased the pencil, you know, when you cut it enough. I'm going to go right to the top, because we can use the rest of the card for something else, and then we'll just check that that's wide enough. Yeah, or is it this? No, it is that side, yeah. Yeah, that'll be fine, I think. And then we're going to just fold it. Well, there should be a line there. Yeah, there's the line. Yeah, so I need to cut it right here. So that's that. I just want it a bit nearer the edge. I don't know whether I've gone a bit too... No, I think that's fine, isn't it? And then I can just overlap the other one a little bit to make it... So I'll do that one the same height, but I'm going to do it to here. I'll cut it all the way up. And then we want it the same height as that, so there we are. So I've done that one a bit wider so that it goes underneath that side and we've got the whole thing covered. Otherwise we'd have had a bit of a gap in the middle there. So I'm going to put the wider one on first. So we'll put the glue onto here and lay that on it. So we'll start, actually I'm going to use the big bottle and a spreader for this. So I want it to go on quickly, otherwise it'll dry before I get my thing on, and it's going a bit wider, so it doesn't matter if we get glue over there anyway. So let's just spread it out, some across the top here, making sure I get all the edges. There we are, make sure it's all covered. I've got enough to do both sides here. I've gone a bit mad. Just make sure we cover the sides as well. That's it, and that has gone on a lot quicker than it would have done if I'd tried to do it just with the glue pot. So just make sure we haven't got too much there. There we go. Right, so let's get this stuck on then. Right on the edge and right to the top and bottom, like that. That's perfect-ish, perfect-ish. And then we can get our wipe. I'm just going to go around the edge underneath to make sure it doesn't go onto the cover of the journal. As I say, this is for someone else. It's not just for me. If it was just for me, I wouldn't worry so much, but it's for someone else, so I want it to be perfect. So there we go. And then the other side will do the same thing. Right, so that's the inside cover done and the outside cover done. We just need to leave that to dry for a few minutes. Yeah, that's still drying, so let's have a look at the signatures then. Got all the edges done, that's good. Yeah, I've got the signatures done. So what I'm going to do now is put them into there. I'm going to pop a hole. I'm going to pop a hole in the top and a hole in the bottom. And then I'm going to put these little brads through the holes. And then I shall thread the elastic through, tie it in a knot. And yes, then the recipient will be able to move the pages in and out, you know, as they want to. So I'm going to do them fairly near the bottom, sort of there. Just need to wait for that glue to dry, otherwise it'll chew it up, won't it? Yeah, and then basically that's it. It's done. This is the elastic I've got. I bought it on Amazon. It's round elastic, which I think is nicer than the knicker elastic to put, although honestly it doesn't matter, you could do it with knicker elastic, or you could stitch it in, you could sew it in on your sewing machine, you could stitch around the edge here if you wanted to. I'm going to leave that for my recipient to decide whether they want to sew round it or not. I mean, bear in mind I did have everything ready, you know, I'd got my fabric cut out, I'd found my card out that I was going to use, I'd chosen my pages and everything, but really it didn't take that long. Yeah, it doesn't take that long to whip up a plain journal, and then you can decorate it however you want. So yeah, then we're going to get our hole punch and punch 2 holes, and we need to punch them just where that, well, I need to punch mine just where that line is, I think. Let's just double check. So 12 pages will give, 12 pieces of folded paper will give you 48 pages to write on. So yeah, I just need to leave, I can't put the signatures in yet or else it'll, but let's, you see where the crease is, that's where we need to make our hole. And I want to make it quite near the top, but not so near that it'll tear. So let's go like this on the crease, and just try and make a hole without breaking your hand. Yeah, I've started to get a hole there, and I can see it the other side, so I'll just turn it over and do this side now. I might have to get out the big guns for this. Oh, that went through an absolute treat. And same the other end. See where the fold is, got it on the fold, so let's just see. Yeah, that's right. We don't want it too close to the edge, but close enough to, so that the pages will fit in, that's what I'm thinking. There we go, yeah. Yeah, I did have 2 little grommets sorted out, but I seem to have lost them, so let's get 2 out of here. If I can get some in a creamy colour, that'll be great. I suppose that yellow will probably be the nearest we'll get, won't it? Yeah, we'll go with that yellowy colour. There we go, and we need to do it so that the nice bit is on the outside like that, and pop it through. Yeah, that's pretty good. And then you can use your hole punch, use your crocodile, or your, I've got one of these, and I've got a crocodile as well for the big guns. So let's just see if it'll go. Yeah, that's gone lovely. So let's do the other end. So through like that, and then I've lost my ring now. Honestly, I'd lose my head if it was loose. Make sure it's on straight. So it's on straight at the bottom, that's on straight there, and then just squash. That's it. Perfect. So then, yep, they're on the spine, and then you get your elastic, and simply thread it through. How long do we need it to be? Yeah, about that, I think. That and a little bit extra, and then we can cut off any we don't want, and then we'll pop it through the top like that, and through the bottom. And then we'll tie that in a double knot. So I'll twist it through twice, and then back the other way, twist that through twice as well. 1, 2, and then pull it like that. And then you need to leave enough room so that your pages will fit in there, but they're not. You don't want it too tight. You don't want it too loose. It needs to sort of be. Let's see, if we need it any tighter, we can make it tighter. And as I say, the recipient will be able to take pages in and out as they desire. So that's it, it's done. Very happy with that. So I hope that was useful to someone. Thank you for watching. Bye for now.